The car is making some noises.
Uh-oh. Hello, welcome back to Auto Alex Cars, the home of automotive financial mistakes. In today's episode, I'm going to be putting this budget supercar head-to-head against my budget M car to find out which of these cars is faster on track and more fun to drive. Before we do any of that though, quick poll, which one's going to break first? Rory?
BMW.
Chris?
BMW.
Jay?
BMW.
Cameron?
BMW.
And I'm going to say BMW as well. Anyway, let's find out. Oh, my life. Now, obviously, any car with the name budget in front of it is going to have, you know, a few issues. It's not going to be plain sailing. You are probably going to have to spend money on it. So, Chris, before we do some laps, tell me about the R8. How much have you spent fixing it up and how much did you spend buying it?
I bought it about a year ago, just after Christmas, for 35. Since then, I've spent about 5k more.
On what kind of stuff?
So I replaced the brakes all around. You helped me with that.
Yeah, so we actually did a brake replacement on Gareth's driveway.
Yeah.
So it is a supercar, but you can still do the mechanicals because it is just a more complicated version of a normal car. You've got new tyres as well. How much did they set you back?
About 1,000. They're Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. So I was given the advice, if you're going to have a budget supercar, you should probably have some actual tyres on there.
Yeah, budget tyres and a budget supercar do not go hand in hand.
No, not
so
really.
tyres, brakes.
Yeah, tyres and brakes, and then I did a really good service because it's got a really good history of the car. Like, it's had a lot of money spent on it, but it's been sat at, you know, in storage for a while.
Yeah.
So I had a full service done.
And what about reliability? Because you've had a few issues.
Yeah, so probably the worst car I've ever had. But actually, it's kind of an intermittent problem that I've had where sometimes if I'm doing long journeys, I'll stop it and it just kind of refuses to run properly. And I think that's, fingers crossed, fixed now because it hasn't done it for a while.
Now, before I take Chris's R8 out for a gentle saunter on track, I did take you out in my E46 M3.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Well, you've always said to me that that's the car for you, M3 wise, and I was like, okay, like it's an older one, like I don't really get it, but I do now. The noise when you're heading around is monstrous, and the straight six compared to the V8, I'm actually kind of jealous. So yeah, well done.
Could this be a car in your future potentially?
Yeah, possibly. Although I think I need to get a bit better at driving because it's proper leery.
It is very, very leery.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough talking. This is a very beautiful and a very special car. I'm now going to smash it round Kerber track and hopefully not break it. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. Now, as you guys know, I love the E46 M3, but I've noticed a lot of comments saying that the E90 M3 is even better. Apparently, you guys like the fact that it's got a V8 with over 400 horsepower and an exhaust note that is arguably better than the E46. Either way, if you're looking to buy yourself an M3 like this, or any car for that matter, a reminder to run a car vertical report on it first, to make sure it hasn't been stolen, crashed, or clocked. If we take a look at this particular M3 that happens to be Taylor's new purchase, which is for sale.
No, it's not for sale.
Which apparently is not for sale, you can see that it's got green ticks for mileage, theft, accidents, and finance, meaning that this car does not have a hidden past. Well done.
For an example of a car you'd want to avoid, take a look at the report for this 2008 Audi R8. No, it's not my friend Chris's car, because this one has an amber warning for accidents, which we'll look at now. A quick scroll and you can see that this R8 was crashed in July 2019, after which it went up for sale and was then exported to Spain in March 2021. But it's the damage we're really interested in. And underneath the damage record, you can see exactly what the R8 looked like before it was presumably fixed up. The passenger front 3/4 and driver rear 3/4 have taken the majority of the impact, damaging the very expensive bodywork on both corners, bending a lot of important suspension components, and obliterating both bumpers. Ouch.
So again, if you're looking to buy a used car, make sure you run a car vertical report on it first. What's more, you can get 10% off using the code AutoAlex. Right then, let's hope the boot floor on my M3 doesn't fall out on track.
Before I take both cars out though, let's have a look at the specs. As you can see, the E46 M3 is clearly outgunned with 2 fewer cylinders and 343 horsepower versus the R8's 414 horsepower. 0 to 62 miles an hour also takes longer with 5.2 seconds against the V8 Audi's 4.6 second figure. And not that top speed matters here, but in an all-out drag race, the BMW is limited to 155 miles an hour, while the R8 will keep storming all the way up to 188. The advantage the M3 does have, however, is mass, with a 1,495 kilogram curb weight. The Audi, with its quattro all-wheel drive and V8 engine, is 140 kilos heavier, tipping the scales at 1,635 kilos. Both cars have manual gearboxes and both will be driven by me, so it'll be interesting to see how close this matchup will be. So, let's get right into it.
Okay, Chris, I'm at the start line in my very ropey and slightly broken E46 M3, ready to do some laps to hopefully beat your lovely 30,000 plus pound R8. Count me in when you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. Bit of wheel spin off the line. That was relatively clean though. Into third gear. I've got to take it a wee bit gingerly. Oh, it feels really, really tidy. Gearbox is very nice as well. Don't drift. Do not drift. Do not drift. Right, foot flat to the floor in second gear, into third. Come on, come on, come on. 90. Oh. What was the lap time, please?
I've got you at 37.51.
37.51. All right, got 2 more laps to improve. I'm going to get up to the start line, and then you can count me in again. 1 sec. 37. I can get into the 36s in this car. I just need to be braver.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Much better launch. There we go. Oh, there we go. Made up time there. Can I keep it? Can I keep it? Yes, I can. Oh, I love this car. Oh, I lost some time, idiot. Right, nice and tidy, please. Nice and tidy. Ease it through. Good, 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 good. Nice gear change. That's quicker. It's got to be quicker. Got to be quicker, please. Brakes, brakes. Oh. Chris, please tell me that was an improvement.
I think you're going to be happy. It's a 37.03.
Oh, okay. I have to get into the 36s, otherwise I'm not going to be happy.
Hurry up.
All right, bloody hell.
Go.
Yes. Oh God, the front end is pushing out. Oh, gee. Well, that looks good. It's not good for time. Oh no, I was on the grass. No. Oh no, that wasn't it. That was not the one. I fear 37.0, whatever it was, is the time I'm going to have to go home with. Right now, Chris, that was very messy, but I was very committed. I think it's going to be slower. Break the news.
Commitment wins.
Oh!
36.87. Well done.
Yeah! I got into the 36s. Woohoo!
Yeah, it looked quick.
For a little bit of context, that 36.87 lap time is exactly 1/10 slower than I managed here a while ago in my 3-litre V6 powered MX-5. Whether that's good enough to beat the R8, we're about to find out.
And this is the car to beat. This is my good friend Chris's Audi R8 first generation 4.2 litre V8 with a gated manual gearbox. I feel like I'm in a bit of a spaceship. It still feels really tight, quite modern, very, very nice cabin. The one thing that I will say is I'm not really a fan of the seating position. It seems a little bit high for my liking. We've got 414 horsepower, 369 pound-foot of torque, top speed north of 180 miles an hour, and a 0 to 62 time of about 4.6 seconds. It's got a great stance for a racetrack, but for a racetrack like this, which isn't a power lap, it's a handling lap, I don't really know. Okay, so now it is the turn of the R8, Chris's R8. I don't know how committed he wants me to go, so I'm going to ask him now. Hello, Chris. We've known each other for about 25, 26 years. You probably know me better than anyone else. and you know how I can drive. So the question to you is, how committed am I allowed to go with your very, very precious R8?
Sport mode, ESP off, 36.8 to beat.
Okay, so that just means balls out.
Yeah, go on then.
All right, Chris. That's a legally binding contract. If I crash it, then I don't owe you any money. Anyway, Chris, I'm ready. Your car's ready. Count me in.
3, 2, 1, go.
God, this thing gets off the line so quickly. Oh, I missed it here. Oh, it feels very, very planted. There is so much torque to lean on. Yeah, it feels tidy. Oh. God, it's faster! Yeah, no, the M3 has no chance. This, when you really give it the opportunity, is mighty, mighty fast. Oh, there is no way the M3 beats this. No way in hell. So, Chris, I seem to have underestimated your car because I think this is very fast. What was the time?
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a 36.09.
Oh, okay, so we're already 0.7 of a second faster than the M3. Shall I try and get into the 35s, Chris?
I think it would be silly not to try.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh. Yes, this is faster. Oh, it does slide a wee bit there. And this is where time is made up. All-wheel drive, really, really good Michelin tyres. And then the torque and the power and the good gear change, and we're in the 35s. Or I'll eat my hat.
Wow.
I've lost the walkie-talkie. Let's go find Chris, shall we? So the walkie-talkie is somewhere in the stratosphere. I don't know where it's gone. I think that was a very fast lap, Chris.
I'm very impressed. 35.03.
Yeah! High five!
It's not broken, is it?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Wow.
Yeah. That's like 2 seconds faster.
Yeah.
And there you have it. A budget supercar like an R8 with a manual gated 6-speed gearbox. Very, very fast. Anyway, fair play to the R8 and the M3. None of them broke. What's that noise? Hold on. Oh, what's that noise? Chris, the car is making some noises.
Uh-oh.
So on that potentially expensive note, we decided it would probably be best to give the Audi a well-deserved rest. After all, it didn't only beat, it destroyed my budget E46 M3 on track, so a job well done for the budget supercar. But before we headed home, there was one more contender we wanted to let loose on the Nürburgring, to find out how much faster modern cars are these days. The new challenger is this. It's a diesel-powered BMW SUV with a heated steering wheel, gesture control, massive panoramic roof and a tow bar. Surely this 45 mpg all-wheel drive tank won't even be able to make it round the track, let alone come close to the time of the M3.
All right, Chris, I'm on the start line in the BMW X3 M40D, our long-termer. Now, it's not going to beat your R8, there is no way in hell. But the question is, can it come close to an E46 M3? They have similar power, similar 0 to 62 time, so this is going to be really interesting. What's your gut tell you?
I'm going to say yes, but it won't sound as good.
All right, only one way to find out. Count me in, Chris.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, God, it launches quickly. Right, so the launch is definitely a lot faster and a lot better than my E46 M3. God, you really feel the weight, but don't forget, we've got a 3-litre diesel engine in here. And this corner is probably where time is going to be made up versus the M3. Push, 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 push. Foot flat to the floor. Let's see what it can do. Okay, Chris, I really can't call it. Is this faster on lap 1 than my E46 M3, a car that I've dreamed about for about 15 years?
You just did a 37.55.
Okay, in fairness to this, I think I was a little bit slower on lap 1 in my E46 M3, so by that reckoning, I could probably get into the high 36s in this.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, that was perfect! Okay, right, everything is warm, I am warm. I know the limitations of this. Oh, I'm sorry, my E46 M3, I do love you so very much, but I think you're slower. Come on, keep it tidy, keep it tidy. Easy, 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 easy.
Okay.
All right, Chris. Is a diesel SUV faster than an E46 M3? Please don't ruin my day, Chris.
You're gonna have a good day. That was a bit slow. It was a 37.18, but still fast though.
This car is really quick, isn't it? And knock it into that, take it into comfort mode, and then happy days. You can just cruise home. So there you go, budget supercar versus budget M car, and unexpectedly, the budget supercar actually completely dominated the M car by about 2 seconds, which on Kerbera is a very, very big margin. But then, to add insult to injury, Rory insisted that we use the X3 M40D to see how close we could get a diesel SUV to the time of the M3. But the question remains, which of these three cars is the most fun to drive? And without a doubt, it's got to be the M car. Sounds better, it's leery, you can go sideways, and it doesn't matter if you smash it off the limiter. With that, you're gonna break it. So do yourselves a favor and buy shit cars, but that maybe just isn't quite shit enough yet. Anyway, from me, thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. And subscribe, okay? Because then I can afford to fix my M car.
Speaking of fixing my M3, subscribe to the channel and join us next week, where Taylor and I finally put my high mileage, slightly tortured M3 on the ramp and make a shocking discovery.
No, it's not.
It is.
No.
By the time you finish restoring this, you could have bought an E39 M5.
New plan.
Okay. Why do I get the feeling I know where this is going?
Yeah.